This video explains how to add and subtract polynomials. First, we need to understand what like terms are. Two monomials are called like terms if they have the same variables raised to the same powers. Like terms can be simplified or combined by adding or subtracting the coefficients. Let's take a look at the first one, x squared plus 3x squared. Those are the same variables, and the exponents on those variables are the same. So we can add the coefficients 1 and 3, and this simplifies to 4x squared. Next example, 2x cubed minus 5x cubed. Once again, the exponents on the variables are the same, the variables are the same, so we can simply add or subtract the coefficients. 2 minus 3 is negative 3, so this simplifies to negative 3x cubed. The third example has two variables, x and y. 15xy squared plus 9xy squared. Those are the same variables, and the exponent on x in each case is 1, and the exponent on y in each case is 2. So those are like terms, and we can add them to get 24xy squared. Now the next example is a little different. We have 15xy squared plus 9x squared y. Now the variables are the same, but the exponents on the variables are different. So these cannot be combined. And if you're asked to simplify, you just write the same thing, 15xy squared plus 9x squared y. Can't be simplified. We've already seen things like 4x minus 13y earlier in the course, and we know that those cannot be simplified because they're different variables. The monomials are not like terms. So if asked to simplify that, we would just write 4x minus 13y. And finally, if we have a collection of monomials, some of which are like terms, we can add or subtract the like terms. In this case, 6x squared and 10x squared are like terms. And since all of this is addition and subtraction, we can rearrange these terms so that the x squared terms are together. So here we have 6x squared plus 10x squared, and what's left is minus 4x plus 7x. Minus 4x plus 7x. And this simplifies to, well, 6 plus 10 is 16, so that's 16x squared. Negative 4 plus 7 is 3, so that's 3x. Now when we are adding two polynomials that are parenthesized the way you see them, as long as the expressions in parentheses are connected by addition, we can remove the parentheses. So here we see 3x squared plus 2x plus 7x squared minus 6x. Since these two binomials are connected by addition, since these are all addition subtraction, we can remove the parentheses and change this to 3x squared plus 2x plus 7x squared minus 6x. And then we can rearrange terms, 3x squared plus 7x squared plus 2x minus 6x. And this gives us 3x squared plus 7x squared is 10x squared. And then 2x minus 6x is negative 4x. Here's another example. 13x cubed minus 9x plus 13x squared plus x minus 2. So we can take off the parentheses and write this as 13x cubed plus, minus 9x plus 3x squared plus x minus 2. Now we could rewrite this again, but we can also just look for like terms. 13x cubed has no other like terms, so we just write that, 13x cubed. And we'll go in order, the x squared. So there's one x squared term, 3x squared. So we'll add 3x squared. Next, there are two x terms, negative 9x plus x, that's minus 8x, and then minus 2. So this then is how to simplify that. And then for the last example, we have x squared plus 9x minus 1 plus 12x squared minus 6x minus 5. I'd like you to work that out on your own. Stop the video while you do that in your journal, and then start the video to see the answer. Okay, so we can look for like terms in x squared plus 9x minus 1 plus 12x squared minus 6x minus 5. And we see that there are two x squared terms. So x squared plus 12x squared is 13x squared. There are two x terms, 9x minus 6x, that's 3x. And then the constant terms, minus 1 minus 5, that's minus 6. And there's your answer. This is 13x squared plus 3x minus 6. Now, another way that we have of doing the addition is to arrange the terms instead of horizontally like this, we can arrange them side by side. And this is what that would look like. We would take 3x squared plus 2x, and then below it we would add 7x squared minus 6x. And you can see how the addition works. 7 plus 3 is 10, so this is 10x squared. And 2x minus 6x is minus 4x. Take a look at the next example. 13x cubed minus 9x plus 3x squared plus x minus 2. Now you notice that I left a space because there is no x squared term in the top polynomial, and there's no constant term either. When you add this way, you want to align all of the like terms. So here we can add 13x cubed plus 3x squared. Negative 9x plus x is negative 8x minus 2. Now here's how this last example would have been done. Okay? X squared plus 9x minus 1 plus 12x squared minus 6x minus 5. Copy that into your journal, work out the answer, and yes, this is the same problem as last time, but you can write your answer. Stop the video as you're doing that, and then I'll show you the answer. Okay, and here we go. So we have x squared plus 12x squared, that's 13x squared. 9x minus 6x is positive 3x. And negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6, and there's your answer. Now we're going to look at subtraction. Now for subtraction, we can't simply remove the parentheses, so we really want to look carefully for the sign that connects these two. Now when we're doing a subtraction, we're going to subtract all of the terms here, but when there's a negative, we change that to a positive. So this is what that looks like. This is 3x squared plus 2x, and then minus 7x squared, and then minus negative 6x. So that's minus a negative 6x. This is the same thing as 3x squared plus 2x minus 7x squared plus 6x. And we can then simplify. 3x squared minus 7x squared is negative 4x squared. And then 2x plus 6x is 8x. And there's our solution. Now, for the second problem, we have 13x cubed minus 9x minus 3x squared plus x minus 2. Again, we note that there is a subtraction, so we're going to change each of the signs on the right side. So to do the subtraction, we will take 13x cubed minus 9x minus 3x squared minus x minus negative 2. That changes that to a plus 2. And now we simplify. 13x cubed, there are no other like terms, minus 3x squared. And then we have minus 9x minus x, so that's minus 10x, and then plus 2. And there's our solution. I'd like you to do the last subtraction on your own. Stop the video, do the work in your journal, and then check the answer once you're done. Okay, so we can rewrite this as x squared plus 9x minus 1 minus 12x squared minus negative 6x, so that's plus 6x, and minus negative 5, that's plus 5. Combining like terms, x squared minus 12x squared is negative 11x squared. 9x plus 6x is plus 15x. And negative 1 plus 5 is plus 4. So there's our solution. Now, if you prefer to do your subtractions using the method before, where we put the second polynomial beneath the first one, in other words, doing it vertically, you want to do something to make sure that you get your signs right. And here's what I'd suggest. So the first step is to write them vertically like this. But we have to remember that when we subtract, we're subtracting as if these are in parentheses. So we need to go back and change the signs on those things on the bottom to do the subtraction. So what I'd suggest is change the signs, rewrite it as 3x squared plus 2x, and then minus 7x squared plus 6x. And then complete the addition. So this is 3x squared minus 7x, that's minus 4x squared. And that's 2x plus 6x is plus 8x. This is 13x cubed minus 9x minus 3x squared plus x minus 2. And once again, we have to remember that these are effectively in parentheses. And what I will suggest is that you take that bottom polynomial and change the signs to minus 3x squared minus x plus 2, and then do the addition from there. All right, so this is 13x cubed, so this just comes down as 13x cubed. 13x cubed. This is minus 3x squared. Minus 9x minus x is minus 10x, and then plus 2. For this last one, we can write these vertically, like this. And then we're going to remember, once again, that it is as if this lower term is in parentheses as we subtract. I'd like you to change the signs, do the subtraction, and then check your answer. Please stop the video now and do the work in your journal, and restart when you're done. Okay, so here I've rewritten this by changing all the signs. So this is x squared plus 9x minus 1 minus 12x squared plus 6x plus 5. And then the solution is x squared minus 12x squared is negative 11x squared. 9x plus 6x is 15x. Negative 1 plus 5 is positive 4.